skyline of Manhattan is our backdrop here across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Blues of Toronto taking on the Black Knights of Brooklyn. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys coming in, winning 3 of their last 4 games. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Brooklyn. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
2nd and 6.
Now it's Jackson. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
4th down.
And they bring their punter out there now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like
After
that.
last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
That's good for a Toronto first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Zach Ball there on the tackle. Look at this defense against the pass. Just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season. But if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Blues.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
A quick throw caught by Sharp. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Ross. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Give up the middle, Judkins. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate. A nice carry. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Sampson, touchdown. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Makes the score.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Hands it off out of the gun. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for a Brooklyn. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
That's another Brooklyn first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
17.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try to apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Nice little juke. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The Blues offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. They're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. A gain of 15. And a Toronto first down.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Here's 2nd and 10. An inside run with Jenkins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down.
His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurling through them.
A good pickup there at 22.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake. Ross. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. Looking to throw. Ross setting up a screen for Jenkins.
Ross's pass complete to number 10.
Got quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw. Ross. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Black Knights offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. Play action. Now Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Pickens on the slam. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for a Brooklyn.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
30-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd
Jackson.
and 6.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's another Brooklyn 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
2nd and 3 at the 10-yard
To
line.
throw is Jackson. Finds Pickens out right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. George Pickens, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Black Knights are back within a score.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Now the try here for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
7-yard line.
Once again, Judkins. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 55 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's good for a Toronto first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Now a 2nd and 10.
Kyle Hamilton was there.
Off-play action. Ross. Throwing left side, it's complete. 16 yards, a first down.
Toronto, first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Toronto.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
On first down, here's Judkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The 24-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun, Ross. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Toronto, first down. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Blues.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And that is incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And this one is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Black Knights offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. He'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Jackson now. He finds Bateman over the middle.
Jackson.
Third down and 6.
To Rashad Bateman. It's a gain of 4.
Jackson.
Brings up third and 6.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Another Brooklyn first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Throwing on second down, Jackson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 22 yards. And the Black Knights are an extra point away from capturing the lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've got fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Ross from the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to Shaw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw now on first down. That's to his running back, Quinshon Judkins. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. In motion, the tight end. 2nd and 1. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Judkins. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
It's a gain of 2. And the Toronto first down.
Looking to throw. Ross. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Toronto.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man Sharp, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw again. That is caught and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's good.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 3.
Back to throw. Ross. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Now the offense will earn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Ross. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Blues have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So halftime, only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Blues offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. On the ground, it's Jenkins to start the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
He's got his man. It's right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st down, Blues.
Operating from the gun, Ross. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch of this 3rd quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a 1st down. They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ross. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanchez. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. From the gun on 3rd down. Ross. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
16 yards. That's another Toronto first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Blues take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one out to the 35.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Now on fourth down, honors the punt team, sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Toronto's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And probably it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Yeah, pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Toronto.
Operating from the gun. Moss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll give it to Jenkins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup. And that'll be good enough for the first. A give. Here's Jenkins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
At the 19-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one is complete to Jenkins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Back to throw. Ross. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Blues take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Brooklyn.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking for Bateman, he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's another Brooklyn first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Another Brooklyn first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 15 yards. And the Black Knights are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, I thought him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll start on the ground with Judkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 101 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanchez.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. On the handoff, this is Judkins.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So nice run there, but negated by the illegal block in the back.
Yeah, and on that type of a play as a receiver, you just want to kind of hold your guy up on the outside, do a little stalk blocking with him. But this time, got a little too aggressive, and out came the flag.
Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth.
They'll run it with Judkins.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Now this offense ready to head back out there.
They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. A time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And a Brooklyn first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to find a lane, but instead we'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down about the 7. Only a yard there. That'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now it's Jackson. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg it. do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On his own read, this is Jenkins. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jenkins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. On 1st down, Sampson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The offense on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and complete.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Blues are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Jackson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McDonald. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
1st down. 1st and 10.
Jackson now. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5.
To throw is Jackson.
And 5.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And up Brooklyn.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jackson's pass.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Brings up second and
they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Throwing is Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Black Knights have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
31.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and
now again, right side. It's McDonald. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
That's good for a Brooklyn first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play action. It's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd
2 minutes
and
left
3.
to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down. First and 10 at the
throwing. Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. Here comes 2nd down.
Pushed out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds, down at the 5-yard line.
Here's Jackson.
A 6-yard pickup.
Touchdown! Rashad Bateman. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Black Knights have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Up the middle they go. Sampson. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Ross. And it is caught. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Toronto first down.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.